So guys, reactions has continually trailed the goofing of Mr. President yesterday in the National Assembly when he went ahead to call them the 11th National Assembly rather than 10. I shared that video yesterday. However, Senator Godswill Akpabio has also been trending on the video over his recent statement that the Federal Capital Territory is almost looking like London and the budget presentation that was done by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Just a few hours ago, Dr. Abati, Rufai Hussaini, Ayo and Ojineka Ogbe has discussed the nitty-gritties that surround the words of Senator Godswill Akpabio, and I'd like you to take a look at it. But please, intentionally do well to drop your own thoughts in the comment section and touch the like button. I want this video to be recommended for more people to get to see the happenings in the National Assembly yesterday. Do well to drop your own thoughts in the comment section. Let's get to know what you think about this video, and we shall continually be here to serve you.
Maybe to say the least, there are lots of speeches that purely under this administration that have been written that are just lies. Too much lies. Which one can I remember? I mean, we're talking about one today when we were talking about the fact that they are cleared ways and means, which was not true. In fact, another one they said we have brought in FDI of 25 billion, which is not true. You know, there are many things. So, but like Ayo said, he gave a good comeback, but he's not the one that's going to determine if they're going to be re-elected. I'm sure those lawmakers know that they have to go through a very strong electoral process and everything. People will just be defecting in this country. You will go on a platform. You will fight for election on a platform. Then you will defect. There's nothing will happen to you because you're in the party.
Dr. Abati, it was for me the round of applause when President Tinubu said that you are all re-elected. I mean, what were they trying to, are they excited or are they just trying to cover up the hole?
Well, humor is part of the tools of politicking. And I think that the president was being humorous there. He knows that these politicians, all of them members of parliament, belong to different constituencies. And they will either win or lose in 2027, essentially on their own steam. He's not in a position to dictate whether they will come or not. And that was why they all laughed and all of that. Now, the people who sang on your mandate we stand, it's common sense. Even the British Assembly, in the House of Commons, if your party is in the majority, they will hear you. They will even crowd out.
They play.
They may not sing.
In the parliament.
But they can stand, they can clap, they can say here, and they will crowd out the opposition. The only thing in Nigeria is that I will not be surprised even if members of the opposition join in making that, singing that
I saw them
national anthem. So that's the way politics goes in Nigeria.
Yes, absolutely.
But the main substance of the presentation yesterday, beyond the side humor and all of that, is the budget itself. It is the budget that we should all be concerned about. And some of those issues, we have raised them in our conversation with Nnamdi Yakubu. Issues about how they're going to fund the budget, the distribution. Why is it that defense and security gets lion's share? What is actually, the projection for 2025? Why did they fail to meet the calendar? These are the more serious-minded issues. As for the humor, politicians they will laugh. But I think Nigerians need to take a look again at that budget before the National Assembly rubber stamps it. Because all that conviviality is an indication of, the fact that they will rubber stamp it. Even Senator Akpabio is already praising the budget.
Yes, he is praising it, and he even praised Tinubu because I had a story of him saying that his infrastructure.
That budget too. We are begging.
I was saying, talking about
go to National Assembly and they will pad it too.
I was talking about Akpabio. He said that the Tinubu administration is doing so well with his infrastructure, and that Abuja is now like London. It's now like London.
Well, first check that Senator Godswill Africa has been to London, and he knows London very well. Because many of our leaders, they will come from their village. They will go to the National Assembly or they will go to Abuja, and they may not actually know this London. You can't go to Peckham and Camberwell, and you come and say, the infrastructure in London is the same as in Nigeria. There is a difference, but we are not in a position to know how well, everybody, senator knows London.
All right.
For him to be able to say Abuja is better than London. I've been to London many times. I don't think we can compare Abuja to London.
Okay, that's a question for Senator, for the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio.
He says it's better. He says
It's looking like London. That's what he said.
Does it look like
He
London?
says it's looking like London. Which part of London? You know, London has many parts.
There's no part of London that looks like
Okay, that's a question for the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. Dr. Ruben Abati wants to know if you have been to London.
How will you say that now?
Calm down, let's go to the next.
No.
All right.
Senate President Akpabio, I support you.
Alright.
What are you saying? Senate President, don't go to London. What are you saying?
Okay, Rufan, we have to move on.
Mr. Akpabio, I'm with you.
Alright, we have to move on. Alright. Well, after that budget presentation in Abuja, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu arrived in Lagos to celebrate the Christmas holiday. The president's plane touched down at the presidential wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. He was received by the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as well as other members of his cabinet and a crowd of supporters. But before boarding a helicopter to Dodan Barracks in Ikoyi, he spotted veteran actor Papa Jasko and shook his hands to the amusement of many. Great. I mean, if only our viewers know what we were discussing right before now. That was a beautiful moment, wasn't it? It was a really beautiful moment to see Papa Jasko. Which Papa Jasko is this? I heard that there are several. There are many traditional.
The first one, the one that a lot of people know.
I love
from the very first series. So it's good to see that, despite the fact that he's now president, he hasn't forgotten some of the people that he really enjoyed watching.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about that sense of humor that politicians have. Obviously, he enjoys a little comedy here and there. And Papa Jasko was probably a favorite. I'd like to understand the relationship though. I mean, for them, he must have invited him to come to the airport.
He was there the last time as well. But you know, this Tinubu's visit in Lagos, I was in traffic for 5 hours. Why would I be traveling within Lagos for 4 to 5 hours? It was terrible. A real quick comment before we take this one.
President Tinubu, with due respect, if your visit is going to be causing traffic, please, I beg you, do something about it. I know all of you are waiting for me to say, please don't come to Lagos. Please, no, you can do something about it. It's really hard on the people. We're not saying don't come. You know, you're a Lagos boy, you're a city boy. You have to come and make your festivities in Lagos. You have to come and greet all the people, greet us here because we are your neighbors here. But most importantly, we should do something about the traffic. There was an incident of a lady yesterday that was telling me about her sad story today. And she was telling the police officers that I'm hurrying to go see my sick father. And the police officer said, don't you know he's the #1 citizen?
No.
I think this police officer is doing his service,
that wasn't nice.
to the president. Just empathize with people because we have our lives to live. But welcome to Lagos.
Absolutely.
What did you bring? Should I come and
Are you asking for implications? Are you asking for implications? Fine.
No.
All right. Perfect.
If we don't say it now, they will say we are not being cheered towards it.
All right.